We're not done yet! You haven't seen anything! Get ready!
What's good, people? It's your boy Kung Fu d.wulf coming at you with a chapter review of One Piece, chapter 813, An Invitation to the Party, to the Tea Party. Now, I just want to talk about like key points in this chapter and what the fuck moments in this chapter, because that's basically what this chapter was. I thought that we were gonna basically get like an info dump of what Sanji's affiliation, like what his family was like. But what does Oda do? He does what he always does. He cock blocks the shit out of people. He's always fucking with motherfuckers. He's always doing this. He gives us a little hint through Brook. And I'm going to go into that later. But I want to just talk about the beginning of this chapter. We see a panel of Crocus and Laboon in the beginning. Interesting. But I wanted to know who the hell that character was that visited Crocus. Who was it? It had, I'm guessing it had to be, because it had to be someone from probably the Roger Pirates that's still alive. Maybe Scoper Gabin, I'm thinking. Who knows? Maybe this is foreshadowing that in the like future arcs, maybe towards Wano, or maybe the Tea Party arc. Who knows? That we're gonna see that character. It could be sooner. Could be way later. Cause you know Oda, he likes to drag shit out. But that was an interesting little panel. But the fact that Sanji is like, why now of all times? And he says, like, I know your family. And the fact that Brook says Sanji's a Vinsmoke, this family has to be extremely long-lived. It has to have been around for a very long time. Because Brook is, I'm pretty sure he's pushing at least 80, like in his late 80s or above 90. Like so if he knows these like people, this family, they've had to be around for a long time, and they had to be in power for a long time. And they have to be basically, I'm thinking they have to be pretty well known and be pretty damn influential in the One Piece world. How the hell does like nobody know that Sanji is part of this family? Like you have these characters that are just pillaging and going through everything, and Sanji's had to been seen multiple times. People know what he looks like, and I'm thinking he has to have some type of influence or like direct correlation. The Vinsmoke family has to have a direct correlation to the world government, because if he didn't, how the hell could like the one and only alive poster be put there? So you're telling me that this character has been going with the Star Pirates, just doing damage in the New World. And I mean, he's going through the Grand Line. Some of the biggest, craziest shit is happening with him. And you're telling me that nobody in the world government or the Marines can recognize that he's a Vinsmoke? And the Vinsmoke family obviously has something to do with the world government? Come on. This is crazy. That's crazy. But I can understand Oda. He likes to do these mysterious, like, crazy plot reveals. But that's interesting. I want to know what, or if anything, what does Brook have to do with the Vinsmoke family? Did he have an encounter with them while he was in the Rumbar Pirates? And why the hell can't Brook just tell us what the hell? Like, come on, man. You'd like really teasing motherfuckers. Like, you really would say the Vinsmoke family? That name sends a shiver down my spine. So I'm thinking that I don't know. They might be royalty. Who knows? I'm leaning more in the line of they're like maybe a really powerful crime syndicate, like a mafia type crime syndicate. I don't think I'm like leaning away towards Gorosei or like World Noble. Possibly Prince, but I'm still doubting that. I'm still doubting that because I don't know. It just doesn't feel like he's like a prince. I don't know. I can't see him being. I'm thinking that he's like part of like some type of like mafia type syndicate. That's what my feeling is, because it just doesn't point to like Gorosei or World Noble, because Gorosei, like, you're not. I'm just telling you. There's no way I'm thinking that a Gorosei like that runs the world government is just gonna let one of his sons just run free and join a pirate crew. No way in hell. A World Noble, pretty damn doubtful too, because the only one we've seen is who? Don Quixote do Flamingo. And the only reason he was able to run wild and become a pirate was because of one reason and one reason only. His father gave up his World Noble status, Celestial Dragon status. So, those two things are probably mixed. So, we're either going towards some type of like high up royalty that has really big influence, or world government like inner sanctum world government, like you're really in there. I don't know, like not Gorosei, but somewhere in there where you have some major pull, or you're talking about what I think a mafia type family, crime syndicate. Who knows? But and then we have the fact that Capone gangbang's powers are shown in more like depth. His powers are crazy. He can literally change the shape of anything and control anything in his sphere of influence. This is like some Trafalgar de Law shit, but on a different level. It seems like, I don't know if he got this power, if he's had this power or he's trained this power within the last time skip of 2 years, but I would think that this might be like some type of, if you're gonna have anything, it might be the awakening. He might have an awakened devil fruit power, because I don't see him rocking armament hockey. He probably most definitely has observation hockey, and he ain't rocking no Hashoku hockey. He ain't rocking no Conqueror's hockey. Bottom line, okay, there's no way he's rocking Conqueror's hockey and he's under Big Mom. That's Nick's from the damn story with Capone. And his powers are just so unique out of everybody. Like, he's got like a mix between like Baby Five's power, like some cyborg shit, and like some Trafalgar de Law shit, and just some it's a mix of powers that is so interesting. Oda really did like a good job with Capone's character and the way he made this devil fruit, because it's one of the most interesting devil fruits I've seen. Like, I'm pretty damn impressed with this devil fruit, if you want to be totally honest. You can house an army in yourself. You can put yourself into yourself and put yourself on autopilot. You can like basically capture people, put them inside you, and control whatever you want them to do, and like basically keep them contained. It's just a very interesting devil fruit power. It's cool as hell. I'm just gonna say that. It's not like some lame shit like what is it, the slip fruit, where you get skinny and you can like glide. Like, it's not some whack shit like that. It's a genuinely cool devil fruit power, and I really like that about Capone. It's like a Scratchman on Pooh's power, where he can like turn different parts of his body into different instruments, and they do different things. It's a very interesting power. Now, the fact that Sanji is a straight up G. He is, if people are questioning Sanji in any form, you just gotta look in the chapter. He totally turns the tables on Capone in an instant. He says, "You ain't doing what you want to do. You're doing what I want to do, because I know who put this Only Alive poster on me, and I know that you ain't doing shit to me. So I'm gonna I'm gonna take Caesar hostage. I'm gonna let my friends go. I'm gonna use my observation hockey to pick out the perfect time to do it when Nekomamushi is behind you." It's like, come on, yo. If there's no way, if people are saying that Zoro is like on like some godlike level compared to Sanji, or like just destroying him in power, just think of this. Zoro would have never thought of this type of shit. No way, shape, or form. He would have never thought of this type of shit. And another thing, his speed is incredible. He went from an instant, like he took a gun, moved to Caesar, all within the blink of an eye. Yo, he's got crazy fast. His like speed is incredible. Okay, it's just incredible. He did all this in an instant. Most people didn't even see this in the panel. It was cool as hell to me, because it just shows how fast this motherfucker is, Sanji. And then we have the fact that we see Brooke explaining, "Oh yeah, North Blue to East Blue. If you went from North Blue to East Blue, you got to go over the red line. You have to have some real big connections." It just makes this extremely it makes the story go way more into depth. Like, it makes you more tantalized by what Oda's saying. Like, you have to have some real influence and some real like power to just go from one sea to the next sea. It's not like some regular trip. That's a voyage. So you have to be able to like pull some strings and be pretty damn powerful. Like, because regular people ain't doing this type of shit. You ain't going from one sea to the next sea. Bottom line. And then we have the fact that it says that Big Mom, like, it shows her power. They're saying that her power is at such a level that demons would have to like answer her call to her tea parties. This is just showing that Big Mom ain't no scrub. People were saying that she's a scrub. Honestly, I thought she was a scrub for a little bit, but Oda has just like put it to bed that Big Mom's a scrub. She is not a scrub. You do what Big Mom wants when Big Mom says. Fucking Capone said, you die when she says to die. That's it. And the other thing I liked about this chapter was that Capone thought that he could get away with saying that if you marry one of Big Mom's daughters, your crew is going to be part of the Big Mom pirates. Never happening. No way Luffy is ever going to agree with that. I don't know if this is setting up for an alliance in the future or a big ass battle with Big Mom, but I'm leaning more towards alliance, but who knows? Because we don't know who this girl is that Sanji is apparently going to marry. Who knows? Sanji might marry her, and Oda could pull out some crazy shit like that, because Oda, he can do whatever the hell he wants with his story. But, and this other character, Vin, the consultant Strange Gun, or Monster Gun, or whatever he is, like, with this guy, he definitely has, I'm thinking he has some type of devil fruit. When you have a panel of a character like that Oda puts a box and he like explains who this character is, there has to be something more to this character. And these guns, obviously, Strange Gun or Monster Gun, from the two different translations, it has to do with something with, I'm guessing either he has a devil power in his guns or he has a devil power relating to guns. And I'm thinking another thing, is he a different type of like species? Because he is very abnormal unless he has a devil fruit. And this is part of his devil fruit power. He has a gecko-like tongue. He has huge hands. Like gorilla hands. It's just he looks weird. So I'm thinking that he might be a different species. That may be jumping the gun, but who knows? And what did he say to Sanji to make him just agree to do what they said? This seems like a real, when... like, this is like a Naruto all over again with Sasuke and Itachi and like, people telling people secrets in their ears and shit. Like, this is like... actually, screw Naruto right now. This is more like when Bartholomew Kuma told Raleigh that he's a revolutionary into his ear. It's like one of those shits. Like, what did he say? What did he say? So, it's... I want to know what he said. And another thing that we have to see. What the hell is Sanji thinking? Like, is he thinking that he's going to come back? Or does he... Like, is he really thinking that he's going to come back? Or does he not? Like, is he just sacrificing himself and waiting for the Straw Hats to come and get him? Because it seems like this is going to be... Obviously, we thought we were going to Wano. This is obviously a segue into Whole Cake Island arc because of the Big Mom arc, which we saw that Oda has a whole book about. So that might be why we did not see a Wano arc, a Wano book on that. Because we saw a Zou, we saw a Dragon book, and we saw a Big Mom book. So maybe Wano is way off into the future. Who knows? I'm thinking it might be way off into the future. Big Cake Island might be next, and then maybe Dragons with the Revolutionaries and Blackbeard. It could go that way. That's what I'm thinking. But tell me what you thought of this chapter. I was smiling the way Sanji, like, he really took control of this. He straight up did like a G in this chapter. So it was a good chapter. And the way Oda like showed more of Capone's powers, because I was like, okay, so he has like an army in him. He can like change his body and like capture people, and like he has like some like absolute control of his body. It's a cool power. So tell me what you thought of this chapter. Like, comment, subscribe. Kung Fu d.wulf. Peace.